On February 21st, the crypto world was rocked by one of the biggest heists in history. $1.4 billion drained from Bybit in just hours. To put that into perspective, that's over 10% of all crypto ever stolen. Not just another exchange hack. This was a calculated, highly coordinated attack. And the people behind it, not just some rogue hacker, but an entire group of professionals who had been planning this for months. This wasn't just theft, it was a statement. Let's uncover the truth behind the Bybit hack that drained $1.4 billion from the second largest crypto exchange in the world. The official story may leave some details out, but here's what really happened, and it's much worse than most people realize. It all started with a routine transfer. Bybit, just like other exchanges, moves crypto from its cold wallet to its hot wallet every 2 to 3 weeks to meet withdrawal demands. They use a platform called SAFE, which requires multiple sign-offs for added security, a process involving several team members, and, importantly, the sale Banzi. This is where things went terribly wrong. On the fateful day, Bybit initiated the transfer of 30,000 ETH, around $18 million, to its hot wallet. Banzi checked the URL and the destination address on the SAFE interface, confirming everything looked fine. He then approved the transaction, signing off with his cold wallet. But here's where the nightmare unfolded. The hacker wasn't just watching, they were orchestrating the entire thing. Exchanges like Bybit need to move funds from cold wallets to hot wallets to keep things running smoothly. Cold wallets are super secure and offline, storing most of the assets for long-term safety. Hot wallets, though, are connected to the internet, which makes them necessary for instant transactions like withdrawals or trading, but also way more vulnerable to hacks. To keep this balance, exchanges regularly transfer crypto into hot wallets, making sure there is enough liquidity to handle user requests. To make sure these transfers are safe, Bybit uses a platform called SAFE. It's a multi-signature system, meaning several approvals are required before a transaction can go through. In Bybit's case, 3 signatures were needed. The final one came from Banzi, the CEO himself. It's a smart setup to protect the funds, but here's where it all fell apart. While Ben thought everything was legit, the hacker had already infiltrated the system, quietly waiting for the right moment to strike. You see, the hackers spoofed the SAFE multi-sig website, creating a copy that looked identical to the real thing. When Banzi clicked approve, he didn't realize that he had just authorized a malicious transaction. Instead of moving ETH to Bybit's wallet, the funds were redirected to the hacker's address. By the time the dust settled, Bybit had lost 41,000 ETH. But there is more to the story. As news of the hack spread, a deeper, more sinister connection began to emerge. The funds were traced to one of the most notorious hacker groups in the world, the Lazarus Group, a North Korean cybercrime syndicate known for orchestrating some of the most sophisticated heists in crypto history. With ties to the state, Lazarus has been responsible for billions in stolen crypto, and they know exactly how to cover the tracks. It's like that when Kim Jong-un regime asked Lazarus about acquiring some ETH, their response was simple, at $0, of course. Because when you're taking billions, who cares about market prices, right? Now, Bybit had a major issue on their hands. The stolen ETH wasn't just sitting around, it was actively moving. As the Lazarus Group sent ETH to decentralized exchanges, they began converting it into USDC, then funneling it through Chainflip to convert it into Bitcoin. The sophisticated tactics employed made it incredibly difficult for Bybit to track the stolen funds. Meanwhile, much like FTX did before its downfall, Bybit began scrambling for loans in ETH to stabilize its operations. In the past 24 hours alone, Bybit secured around $440 46,000 ETH, but not all of it came from reliable or transparent sources. Some of the loans echoed the risky maneuvers made by FTX, including a 40,000 ETH interest fee loan from BitGet, which raises serious questions about the sustainability of such arrangements. What's even more concerning is the 48,000 ETH loan with mysterious origins, adding yet another layer of uncertainty to Bybit's already fragile position. As Bybit scrambled to restore their reserves, they announced that the exchange was now fully backed 1-1. But things were far from normal. The news of the hack triggered panic withdrawals, with requests skyrocketing 100 times higher than usual. And even though withdrawals are still possible, the backlog is so massive that users are left waiting for hours. So, how did this happen? Why wasn't the system more secure? The answer lies in complacency and negligence. Benzi himself admitted that while using a Ledger cold wallet for the final transaction sign-off, he failed to double-check the address on the device. It was a simple mistake, a mistake that cost Bybit over $1 billion. This hack has sent shockwaves through the crypto community, especially as the stolen funds are laundered through the system. The question on everyone's mind now is how long before the Ethereum market feels the effect of this stolen $1.4 billion? With Lazarus Group involved, the answer is chillingly uncertain. Maybe it had already caused some tension with other exchanges, especially Exchange, by blocking users' funds that had come from there. This action had angered many in the crypto community, as it seemed like Bybit was unfairly restricting access to funds. Because of this, when Bybit later requested help from Exchange to freeze the stolen funds from the hack, Exchange refused. The refusal wasn't just about the stolen funds, it was a result of the bad blood between the two exchanges. Exchange was likely reluctant to assist Bybit given the earlier conflict and the fact that Bybit had previously blocked users' transactions involving funds from their platform. It was essentially a matter of trust, and because of their past actions, Exchange was unwilling to lend a hand. So what does this all mean? The reality is clear. Even the most secure exchanges are vulnerable. Bybit, like so many others, is now facing the fallout from an attack that wasn't random. It was methodical, calculated, and carried out by one of the most dangerous hacker groups in existence. Only time will tell how they recover, but the damage to their reputation is already done. In the ever-evolving world of crypto, one thing is certain: nothing is as safe as it seems. And with that, I'll see you in the next story.